some. So when we start talking about chemistry, we start with matter. Whole chemistry revolves around matter. So we define matter as anything that occupies space and has mass is known as matter. Okay, so matter we will start studying when we are starting basic concepts of chemistry. Now when we are talking about matter, then in terms of chemistry we have studied three states of matter: solid, liquid and gaseous state. Now whether it is solid or it is liquid or it is gaseous state, all of them are made up of some basic units. Okay, what those basic units are? Those basic units are atom. So now we will talk about atoms. Again, it is recalling of the previous studies. When we talk about atom, previously it was told that atom is the smallest indivisible particle, but later it was found that atom is also divisible, but we can say that atom is the smallest particle of matter which can exist independently. Okay, independently means it can exist in free state. When we talk about atom, then we also talk about elements. So what actually is atom? Atom is actually of some different elements. If we come to the structure of atom, because we have said that atom is also divisible, then we know that the components of atom are neutrons, protons and electrons. Okay, these are the three basic components of atom. Out of this, these two are present in the nucleus: neutron plus proton, and electrons are present. Think about this, we will talk about atomic number also and atomic mass also. Atomic number and atomic mass, or it is also known as mass number. So don't be confused by the number. Atomic number, mass number. Mass number is actually atomic mass. So atomic number is actually what? Number of protons or electrons. Number of protons or electrons. Why? Because in a neutral atom, when the atom is neutral, the numbers are equal to the number of electrons. That is why it is called as neutral atom. So proton and electron are equal, so atomic number is given by the number of protons or electrons. But when we have to give the definition, we always give with the help of number of protons, because protons are present in the nucleus and number of protons does not change, but the number of electrons can change. Electrons can be lost, electrons can be gained. Because of this reason, the number of electrons keep on changing. So something which is changing cannot be used as a standard. So number of proton is more basic and more correct criteria to define atomic number. Okay, so atomic number, atomic mass is number of neutrons and number of protons. So the total of number of neutrons plus proton give the value of atomic mass. Okay, so this is about the basic components of atom, neutrons, protons, and though these particles are very light, but still they have some mass. Because we defined matter as anything which occupies space and has mass. That means if we are saying atom as a matter, that means it has mass. Maybe it is negligible, but it is there. Okay, now when we talked about atoms, now the next thing which I wrote was element. Okay, so now what are elements? What are compounds and what are molecules? Common terms which we frequently use in chemistry. Okay, so what are elements? Elements are, you can say, the pure substances which exist in nature. For example, I say element, one element is iron, element is nitrogen, element is oxygen, and we have in this manner 118 elements present in the periodic table which we have studied in class 10th. So these are the entities which can exist in free state in nature are known as elements. They are something pure, nothing else is mixed in that is actually known as element. Now the atoms of some element, we said that atoms are the smallest unit which can exist independently, but it is not true for all atoms. If I talk about nitrogen, nitrogen is the element, and if I have written here nitrogen, and this is one atom of nitrogen. Okay, this is one atom of nitrogen. So one atom of nitrogen cannot exist free in nature. It is present in the form N2. On the other hand, if I talk about sodium, Na, sodium can exist as Na in the free state. So there is difference between two different type of elements. Some can exist independently, some cannot exist, so they form dimer. When two are combining together, this is known as dimer, or you can call them as diatomic because two atoms are together. Okay, so when two atoms are together, now it is no longer an atom. Now it has become a molecule. This is a molecule, but this is not a compound. Okay. Nitrogen N2, when it is written, it is a molecule of nitrogen made by two atoms of nitrogen, but it is not a compound. Clear? That means what? If I talk about molecules, molecules are formed by the combination of atoms in fixed proportion. They make the molecules. Same is the definition of compounds. Compounds are formed from different elements. In case of molecules, it is not compulsory that the elements which are combining are different, but in case of compounds, it is necessary that the elements which are combining should be different. Again, they will combine in a fixed proportion to make a compound. For example, when I wrote N2, I told it is a molecule, but it is not a compound. But if I write here H2O, H2O is water. It is made up of two elements. One is hydrogen, other is oxygen. In this particular compound, there are two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. They combine always in the same ratio, that hydrogen 2, oxygen 1, to form water molecule. Now this is molecule of water. This is also a compound. That means what? all compounds are also molecule, but all molecules are not compound. We can say like this. Why? Because only those molecules which have different elements combining together can be called as compounds. If the number of atoms which are together forming a molecule are same, then they will be termed only as molecule, not as compounds. Clear? But if you say nitrogen is a compound, it is wrong. Nitrogen is a molecule just, N2. This is one of the thing. Okay. Then we have talked about atom. The next thing which we talk is atomic mass also. Atomic mass. Okay, then when atomic mass we talk about, what actually is atomic mass? When atomic mass means mass of atom. Mass of a atom is known as atomic mass. Again, it is the recalling of the previous things which we have already studied. Now, hydrogen atom. This is hydrogen atom. H2 molecule, not compound, because same atoms forming. So, hydrogen atom, if I talk about, then hydrogen atom, you know, is having one electron. We call it 1H1. What is this? Which is written here is atomic number, and what is written here is atomic mass. Okay, so we write hydrogen 1H1. What does it mean? That inside the nucleus of hydrogen there is neutron, proton, and outside there should be electron. So atomic number of hydrogen is 1. That means the proton number is 1, because atomic number represents the number of protons or electrons. So if proton number is 1, the electron number is also 1, because the number of electrons and protons are always equal in a neutral atom. Now, if we are writing number also 1 and mass also 1, that means what? Neutrons are not present in hydrogen. In hydrogen atom, neutrons are not present. That is why its mass also is 1 and atomic number also is 1. Okay, so this is 1H1 for hydrogen atom. Now, what we want to say is that if we want to weigh a hydrogen atom or any atom present in the periodic table, any element, then it is very difficult to measure the mass of a particular atom, because atoms are very, very small. We have not seen atom of any element. We just assume, means they are not visible to naked eyes. That means they are very small. So their mass measurement is very difficult. Actually, if we talk about the actual mass of one hydrogen atom, then it is actually 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams is actually the mass of one hydrogen atom. So it is not possible to weigh this much less. Okay, then also when we are, because there are certain things in chemistry where calculations of atomic masses are required, then in that case also every time such odd figures to multiply, to add is not very convenient. So what it is done, the masses of atoms which we actually study are not the actual mass. The actual mass is this is actual mass. Okay, but we have converted them into relative masses. The actual masses have been converted into relative masses, and those relative mass for hydrogen is 1, and this is AMU, atomic mass unit. Means we have related it. The smallest atom is hydrogen and its actual mass is this. Relative mass of hydrogen, we have related it to this as 1 atomic mass unit, or simply 1 U also we can write. Okay. So 1 atomic mass unit, 1 AMU or 1 U is actually the relative mass of hydrogen atom converted into atomic mass unit. Because 1 AMU is actually 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. The value of 1 AMU is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24. And actual mass of hydrogen is 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24. Okay, so mass of hydrogen in AMU is actually equal to 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams upon 1.66 into 10 to the power minus 24 grams. This gives 1.008 AMU. But again, we have got it in points. So to avoid the calculation problems, again we assume it as whole number 1. That is why the mass of hydrogen is 1. Now, we know we can write. If I write atomic mass of carbon from the periodic table, we have learned that atomic number of carbon is 6 and atomic mass of carbon is 12. So carbon atomic mass, again this mass is relative mass, is 12 AMU, or I can write 12 U. So this is not actual mass of carbon atom. Again, you can say that the mass of carbon atom is 12 times the mass of one hydrogen atom. This is relative mass. Clear? So 12 AMU is not real mass, it is relative mass, again carbon in relation to hydrogen. Now we have assigned the atomic mass units to remaining all elements in this manner. That is why we have whole number masses for all elements in periodic